Hello everybody, this is the Golden Lock Picker and I'm back at you here with another lock in the vise today. What I have for you guys today is an orange belt level lock, or at least it should be. When I purchased this, it was kind of hard to tell from the description exactly what the product was. I could tell by the pictures and the description saying it was a Yale 125. So that's what we have for you guys today, but it's the 125/50, so it's the bigger brother to the 40, but still, it's basically the exact same construction. Currently, the 125/40, which I assume would be the exact same pretty much as the 50 in terms of bitting, based on what I could tell here, or I should say pinning, it has the exact same number of pins there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it still has that exact same keyway and construction. So that's what we'll be working with here today. Out of this, though, I do have to say this is how the package actually arrived to me. Unfortunately from Amazon. So normally I always try to buy from a distributor or locally if I can. But this is kind of how Amazon treats some of their products. And thankfully these locks stood up to the test there. What's interesting about these locks is it does have that Yale style keyway on there, and they're a fairly hefty construction. It does have the thick hardened shackle on there. So, you know, you're going to have a little bit more of a challenge in that, at least in terms of the way that the keyway is constructed. But what's interesting to me is this lock somehow made it to orange belt status, but from the cutaway that people have made of this, there's absolutely no security pins in this lock. And I definitely noticed that as I tried to pick through it not that long ago here. So let's go ahead and see what it takes to pick into an orange belt level Yale laminated padlock 125 series. I'll be using starter tools again from the Jimmy Long starter set. Getting a lot of mileage out of these. The bottom of the keyway, top of the keyway turner, and 30 thousandths. And then I'll also be using the short flat hook in 23 thousandths. So I'll be using bottom of the keyway tension here. And part of the reason I'll do that, just for, if you're a newer picker, why would I do that, is you'll see the pins are not accessible if you're picking from this direction. So if we bring that into focus, you'll see that the pick can't really get to it from there. So what I'll actually be doing is using this warding shelf right here and picking from this side. And that means that that whole bottom left part of that keyway is not necessary for me. So I'll actually use bottom of the keyway tension for that. And I don't have to worry about taking away any real estate. So let's go ahead and get to picking here. So we'll just go through and just slowly try to feel our way through for anything that might be binding. Just using kind of light to moderate tension there. Nothing too crazy. Okay, it looks like we got a little click on 3. Might have had one there on 4. We're going to go work our way back to the front. Not feeling too much there on 1. I want to try that again there. It does feel maybe like 1 is binding. Okay, we'll leave him alone. We'll keep working through that stack. Maybe he just doesn't want to move. Okay, looks like we've got a little click further down in there. Come back to the front and let's try one again. He does not want to budge. Stubborn little lock. Oh, there we go. You just need a little bump. We got number 1 finally set there. All right, so that's what it took to get into a orange belt level lock. It's I wouldn't say it's very much in terms of picking. This is probably honestly not that secure. You could definitely feel there was only standard pins throughout that. But the one nice thing maybe that this thing could teach you is just how to pick from a different angle and just adjusting your methods, just picking from that other warding shelf right there. But I'm not surprised if this lock would be rakeable, so let's take a look and see if the Yale 125 is actually rakeable. I'll actually use the aggressive cycloid in 23 thousandths out of the starter set. Exact same turner as what we had before, the 30 thousandths turner. And we'll give it a shot. No promises here. Okay. And here we go. Okay, just a little bit of hybrid rocking motion in here. And we're definitely losing our turner there a little bit, so let me just reset. Okay, let me try that again. There we go. Try to get ourselves set. Okay. And there we go, we got that open. Just had to change the angle of my tensioning tool on the bottom there. So this lock definitely has no security pins in it whatsoever. It's kind of surprising sometimes this stuff makes it that high on the list. Frankly, this lock should probably be, just my opinion, yellow belt. But nonetheless, it's a good way, I guess, for you to test your picking skills against a different style keyway. A Yale keyway is a little bit more uncommon, maybe at that lower level from the looks of it, but this lock definitely is not nearly as secure as even some of the yellow belt locks that are out there. I think, frankly, you'd struggle more with some of the security pins and some of the yellow belts than you would with this thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me what you think if you've got a Yale 125, and if you picked through this, what you think is its strengths and weaknesses, and just what you think. I like the construction on it. It's very beefy. You know, 8-pin rivets throughout the bottom there, and on the top, a very thick, beefy core, good bumper on it. Nice thick shackle, but yeah, nothing too impressive in terms of pick resistance, so there's practically none. It does have ball bearings, so I guess it's got that going for it, you know. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.